April Fabella. Here. Bob Perry.
Here.
Jenna Smith. Here.
Okay, we have a quorum. I will call this meeting of October 6, 2025 to order. Welcome to all our guests. Please sign in if you have not already done so. We will start off with Councilman Cropper leading us in invocation and then a pledge of allegiance.
Shall we pray? Our Father God in heaven, thank you for the day you blessed us with, another day of life, and just for the day that it was, that we had a good day, and we're here tonight to conduct city business, that it be honorable to the wishes and the needs, and just give us all the respect that we need and the decisions that need to be made for our citizens of the city. Be with our nation, Lord, as we all need to collectively always work together. And thank you for all you do, and forgive us for sins where we fail. Amen.
Amen. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, please be seated. A few announcements. Day of play at Grant County Park, which is October 11th, 12 to 4 p.m. We have a regular city council meeting on the 21st at 6 p.m. However, there's also will be a special city council meeting on October 15th at 3 p.m. And that primarily will be to award the RFQ for the city's request regarding the water department. Halloween at the fairgrounds is October 25th at 5 p.m. And then Williamstown Trick or Treat on the 31st will be from 6 to 8. And I know Debbie asked about that in an email today, so. Any questions on the announcements, councilors? Mayor's update. So I just want to talk about Monday the 29th. Some of you were there, and I hope you thought it was productive. We had a meeting with the some business people in Williamstown, and it was at the extension office for the county. The purpose of the gathering was just to connect, exchange ideas, introduce ourselves, and we introduced the superintendents and people who run the city, and then we broke down into groups and breakouts, and we talked about, our strengths, our weaknesses, and vision, and there was a couple great suggestions, and I thought the business community really reacted in a very positive manner, to the point where, they were looking for follow-up, which we're going to do. We're going to do action plans, and we will have another meeting probably in February. This is just the first of several meetings I plan on having, not only with the business community, but other groups of the community, and I'm trying to section this off into different groups so they share a united goal, if you will, and to listen to all of them. Why are we doing this? Well, we're doing this one so people can know who their city workers are, who works for them, who do the work of the city. But also, at the end of the day, I'm trying to build a vision for the city. And that vision, as I stated at the meeting, for those that were there, it's not about really my vision, it's about what the city of Williamstown wants as a vision and what they want their city to look like. And then from that vision, we will develop a mission statement. So, and these things, they're not done quickly. This will take months, not weeks, if not a year, to go through all the different groups that we need to speak with and to set a vision and mission in place. Some of the things that were discussed was a business association. I guess there was one at one point, but there was strong interest in starting one up. There are a lot of suggestions for downtown Williamstown, how we can make things better, some challenges that are there already. So some of these issues that came we are going to put in an action format and get back to everybody who was there. And of course, we'll post them publicly as to what we're gonna do and when we're gonna do it. One of the things that we also showed at this meeting was a video that Tammy Steele worked on very hard for hours. And she did a great job showing the city of Williamstown, showing all the superintendents, and a brief description of what they do, and just a lot about some of the history of the town. And Jenny, you were there. I mean, your thoughts on that?
I was there, and I thought it was very well organized, very well put together. I was glad to see that we had as many participants. I know there was probably a lot of people that weren't there, so hopefully next time it will grow even more, and I think it was a great effort by your office to put that on, so thank you.
You're welcome. Bob, you were there.
Yes, I was there, and I thought it was a fantastic meeting. And we divided up in groups and discussed different things. And it was a very good meeting. You did a heck of a job. And Tammy's film she had was fantastic.
That video is just about 30 minutes ago, got uploaded on YouTube. It should be a link on the app in our website, so I encourage everyone to take a look at that video, because it's very well done, and it really says a lot about our city. So I wanted to give an update on that and let the citizens of Williamstown know that there'll be more meetings. At some point, everybody in the city who wishes to partake in one of these meetings will have that ability to do so. And I'll make sure of that. And of course, anyone who wants to call me directly to sit down and give their 2 cents or their opinion, feedback, whatever it may be, I am always available. That's my update. Any questions on that? Very good. We're gonna go to the corrections and approval of minutes for September 16th and 19th. So in front of you, Crystal just passed out updated minutes. There was 2 corrections that Counselor Skinner texted me the other day. So we've made those corrections already for you. And I will tell you, one of them was on the RFQ that was to be awarded. It stated for the water screens for the water department, and actually it was just the RFQ that is going to be awarded. The other correction was on the 19th, where it states, Luke Morgan read the first reading of the ordinance on the tax rate. Luke was not here. That was actually myself who read that first reading. I probably didn't do as good a job as you, Luke, but
we suffered through it.
but they suffered through it.
We made it.
Well, I'm here tonight.
So other than that, those 2 corrections have been made. And if there are any other corrections, please let us know. If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion, Mayor, to accept those minutes, the 16th and the 19th.
Motion made by Bob Perry to accept the minutes of September 16th and September 19th as presented. Is there a second?
I'll second, Mayor.
Seconded by Counselor Smith. Any discussion on the motion? If not, roll call.
Kim Cropper,
Yes.
April Fabella,
Yes.
Bob Perry,
Yes.
and Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay. Motion passes. Thank you. We will now have the second reading of ordinance 2025-14, amending the City of Williamstown flood damage prevention ordinance in accordance to KRS 67.084. Mr. Morgan?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Council members, this ordinance had previously been in your packet and marked 2025-13-13, but it needs to be and has been in other documents, I think in the packet that you have in front of you, been changed to reflect that this is ordinance number 2025-14. As the mayor said, this is an ordinance of the city of Williamstown, Grant County, Kentucky, amending the flood damage prevention ordinance. And here's a summary of that, of those 25 some odd pages of that ordinance. Now therefore be ordained by the City Council of Williamstown, Grant County, Kentucky as follows. Whereas the City Council of the City of Williamstown, Kentucky sees fit to update its ordinances dealing with flood damage prevention in an effort to make the residents of Williamstown eligible to obtain flood insurance. Whereas this updated ordinance shall apply to all areas of special flood hazard within Williamstown, as identified by the Federal Insurance Administration, and mandates that no structure or land in said areas shall thereafter be located or extended, converted, or structurally altered without compliance with its provisions. Requires the obtaining of a permit from the mayor as administrator and the Kentucky Division of Water, prohibiting manufactured homes within areas of special flood hazard. Requires that all new construction and substantial improvements be constructed with materials and utility equipment resistant to flood damage. Provides that in all areas of special flood hazard, the lowest floor of any residential structure constructed or substantially improved shall have the lowest floor elevated to or above base flood elevation, and provides penalties of $100 and assessment of costs and expenses for each day of violation of this ordinance. The full text of the ordinance is on file in the office of the Williamstown City Clerk, where it may be inspected, and a copy is in your material. The first reading of this was before you on the 16th day of September 2025. The second reading is today, October the 6th of 2025. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. This is the second reading. I'd like to have a motion, second, and then we can have discussion if you'd like.
I'll make a motion that we adopt the ordinance 2025-14 that has been presented to the city council.
Motion made by Council Cropper. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Councilor Fabella. At this point, is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call please.
Kim Cropper,
Yes.
April Fabella,
Yes.
Bob Perry,
Yes.
Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes, thank you. Going on to, this is the second reading of ordinance 2025-15, City of Williamstown property tax rate for 2025. And I'll, again, tell you that this is no increase to any of the tax rates for the City of Williamstown over last year. And Mr. Morgan, can you read?
I will. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Council members, this ordinance was also incorrectly noted as ordinance number 2025-13 in your original documents. That number apparently is indeed unlucky, so it got transferred to these two other ordinances. The correct number for this is ordinance number 2025-15. This is an ordinance of the City of Williamstown, Grant County, Kentucky, providing for the tax assessment of all real estate and personal property within the corporate limits of the City of Williamstown that are subject to taxation for city purposes for 2025. By the use of this annual county assessment thereof by the property valuation administrator of Grant County, and levying an ad valorem tax thereon for city purposes, and providing for the payment and collection of such taxes and penalties and interest thereon, and describing the purposes for which such taxes so collected shall be appropriated and used. Summary of this ordinance is as follows. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of Williamstown, Grant County, Kentucky as follows. Whereas the City Council of the City of Williamstown, Kentucky provides for the tax assessment of all real and personal property within the corporate limits of the City of Williamstown by the use of the annual assessment thereof by the property valuation administrator of Grant County, Kentucky. Whereas the City Council of the City of Williamstown does hereby levy an ad valorem tax at the rate of 37.1 cents upon each $100 of assessed value of all real property subject to ad valorem taxation by the City of Williamstown for the year 2025. See attached Exhibit A. Whereas the City Council of the City of Williamstown does hereby levy an ad valorem tax at the rate of $49 upon each $100 of assessed value of all real property. This should be all personal property, subject to ad valorem taxation of the City of Williamstown for the year 2025. See attached Exhibit A. Whereas all such taxes imposed shall be due and payable on or before the 31st day of December 2025 at the office of the City Clerk of the City of Williamstown, 400 North Main Street, Williamstown, Kentucky, 41097, and shall be delinquent thereafter. An additional penalty of $10 plus 12% per year from January 1, 2026 until paid, plus the costs of collecting additional court costs and attorney fees shall apply. These delinquent property taxes shall also allow for the City of Williamstown to place a lien upon the assessed property to collect all taxes, penalties, and costs incurred in the collection. Such lien shall have priority over all other obligations or liabilities for which the property is liable. Whereas the taxes levied and collected pursuant to this ordinance shall be deposited in the general fund of the City of Williamstown and used for the general operating expenses of the city. The full text of the ordinance is on file in the office of the Williamstown City Clerk, where it may be inspected, and a copy of the full text of this ordinance is in your packet of information. The invalidity of any portion of this ordinance shall not affect the validity of the rest of the ordinance, and any ordinances or parts of other ordinances in conflict with the provisions of this ordinance are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict. The first reading of this ordinance was given at a special session on the 19th day of September 2025, and the second reading of this is at the regular session of October 6, 2025. Mr. Mayor, if I may, Exhibit A is also attached to the information that you have, and I can summarize the summary here by pointing out that, as you say, the tax rates have not changed from last year to this year. It is anticipated that the real property at 37.1 cents per $100 will generate an expected revenue of $908,397 on real property. The personal property tax at 49 cents per $100 is expected to generate $530,512. That was the preceding year, I'm sorry. The tax rate proposed, which is the same this year, is expected to raise on the real property at 37.1 cents per $100 of $1,064,601, and a personal property tax at 49 cents per $100 is expected to generate $518,960 for the City of Williamstown.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
This is the second reading. Is there a motion to accept?
I'll make that motion to accept.
Motion made by Councilor Fabella. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilor Smith. Any discussion on the motion to accept this year's tax rate? Barring none, roll call, please.
Ken Cropper,
Yes.
April Fabella,
Yes.
Bob Perry,
Yes.
Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you. Now we get the tax bills out. On time this year. Okay, moving on, still on old business. City Council consideration approval of the 2006 Kenworth T300 dump truck bid for the wastewater department. So we surplus the dump truck and we put it up for bid. The bids came in, and in your bids, in your pamphlets, you'll see the high bid was Derek Holland at $2,500. And the recommendation from wastewater superintendent Mark Miller is to accept that bid. We need a motion on that, Kurt.
Yes, sir.
That being said, can I get a motion to accept?
Make a motion.
Motion made by Councilor Cropper, is there a second?
Second it.
Seconded by Councilor Perry. Any discussion on the motion? Roll call, please.
Kim Cropper,
Yes.
April Fabella,
Yes.
Bob Perry,
Yes.
and Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Motion passes. Okay, we are going into new business. And first up is discussion of Davis Parkway LLC, and the principal, Bob Davis, is here to address the council on communicating as to what he would like to do. Bob?
Good evening. Good to see some familiar faces are back. I was looking at this for a while. The Davis Point project is doing great. We're selling most of the lake lots. Unfortunately, the same builder is doing the majority of them. There's 3 built, he's got 3 more waiting, so I guess that's a good problem. But during that time, we had looked at what would make the most sense on Davis Parkway in regards to development. So originally, we had designed out residential homes. We looked at what that would take in regards to providing the utilities that would be needed, which power, sewer, and water. So we did some comps, and we had some people come in and look at doing that. Fisher Homes and Drees both came in, looked at it, and determined the site work that would be necessary, and that would be very expensive. So during that time, we had several inquiries from people wanting to have larger estate-like parcels. So we looked, I went with Logan, we designed a couple of different ideas, and since that time, we already have 5 people that are looking to pick up a larger, I think the parcels we ended up with, I don't have the map, did Logan, I think, provide you with a map? I think these are 10 parcels, I'm not sure. But they range in size, and so we had looked at what other ways to possibly divide this up, and Logan came up with what he thought made the most sense based on the map that was currently being used. So what we're asking to do is change from smaller single-family lots to larger 5 to 10 and even 15-acre parcels that tend to lend themselves to what people seem to be looking for more now. A lot of people in northern Kentucky have expressed interest in 5-acre at a minimum, so they have room around them, they like the privacy, a residential piece, so we're asking to change the usage of it to instead of so condensed, it would be a little bit larger scale. Everything is already in place, utilities are, everything is in place. Now, we have lots on Davis Point that meets a lot of the criteria for the people. So we have 2 different builders we're working with on those upper lots up there. But this became more of a challenge, so we would asking if you would consider allowing us to go ahead and change the size of these lots from smaller residential to larger. They'd be considered more estate homes.
Luke, before I open up to questions, and I don't mean to put you on the spot here, but what does that mean for Williamstown as far as zoning is concerned?
Well, I do think that it should be going, discussed with your planning and zoning folks. As far as changes for the city, I mean, that's what the council's here to do, is to decide whether this is a decision that they want.
Yeah, so that's my question. So the council would have to allow any changes?
Right.
Okay, that's.
Yep.
And that, at that point, it would go to planning and zoning for the council,
For their review, and then,
back to us.
yeah,
Okay. All right, I apologize. I'll open it up for discussion or,
okay.
So that was my question, so it would have to go to planning and zoning first, for like the official change, and then the ultimate decision is left up to us, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, we met with planning and zoning already on that.
Oh, they've already passed it.
Well, we ran it by Sue, and there was not a problem on their part, but she wanted it to go through you, and Dave he wasn't involved in the beginning, he wanted to come out.
I
and
didn't
look
know
at
if there
it as
has
well.
to be like an official, I mean, did planning and zoning just go, okay, yeah, it's fine, or did you have to
Yeah.
like, they have
Well,
official
Logan-
paperwork, or how does that work?
Yeah, Logan already provided, is it Sue? Who's over planning and zoning? Becky, I'm sorry. Becky, we met with her already, and we showed them, so Dave asked us to present it here first, and then we would
yeah,
send it over.
so, to be clear, Bob came last week with me, sat down, basically said the same thing. I asked my questions, at that time, and I felt that he needed to come to the full council.
So, are we up for just
Yeah.
comment? Okay. So, albeit that you say that there's a lot of people out in northern Kentucky that wanna come out here and buy these parcels, and then you said that the rest of the development was going very well, because there's four, how many houses are there? Four?
Mhm.
Four that have been built? Yeah? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can see maybe where it might be, something that people would be interested in, but I kind of feel like, as far as the city, it's not really gonna benefit us if you're putting less homes out there.
And in regards to benefiting you in what way?
Well, we're just talking about different utilities and things of that nature,
When we look at the scale of like what Thoroughbred is doing now in their lots and ours, we would be 20 to 25,000 more per lot. It just is economically not feasible to do. We only acquired that land to create the easement for Conrad Lane. It was never really the intent in the beginning to do anything. Logan had suggested maybe that was an option, but after we got into it, I met with Coppage again to look at what that would take to run the sewer and do all that. It would not make sense. So I think for the best use of it, the homes that'll go in will be nice homes. The ones that we're currently doing are all over $1 million. And the state homes will be that and then some, so they'll make up for it to a degree.
Anyone else?
Bob, when you first came here to present your Davis Point, and you've got it developed with streets now,
Correct.
and total of 3 homes, 2 finished, 1 under construction.
No, they're all 3 done now.
Okay, all 3 are done. You just can't see them from the street.
Excuse me?
Can't
Oh,
see
yeah.
them from the street,
You're correct.
unless you get out and look over the hill.
You are correct.
All right. In your 2 years that you've now had this development going, I'm surprised you haven't built a model home for your patio homes yet. Why is that?
We have to have the right builder to do that. And we had talked to several, I'm not opening up those lots to just anybody to come build a home. So there's certain criteria with our HOA that they would have to meet to build on those lots out there. So we have a square footage, we kind of know what we want, but we've met with, well, Clearside, with 3 different builders. And what they are waiting for is more development to take place out there for them to get into it.
I can understand nobody wants to be the first one on the block. That's easy to figure. I've seen it and seen it proven. But when you presented beginnings of your patio homes, not talking about your lakefront homes.
Right.
You had a presentation here of patio homes that they were nice. They had some very similarities amongst themselves.
Correct.
My point is, why haven't you built a model home of what you just explained with a builder? If nothing else, you would have had a model to at least shown that you have the incentive. This is what a model can look like. You can sell it at any point, or you can simply model something similar to it.
Okay.
And there's nothing there.
Right. First off, I'm not a builder.
That's not saying you are the builder, but
Right.
you just said of contractors that can build homes,
Correct.
and you have ideas.
And back to your point, it's trying to find the right builder who wants to be that first one to build that first model home.
But my point is, why haven't you built a model home? You can transfer it as a title.
I'm not building it.
You're not gonna build a model
No, I'm
home.
not building model homes. I build our home and other homes, but I'm not building homes. So I work with 3 really good builders. They're waiting to see how this economy shakes out before they start doing 2 of them. They wanna do 2 of them. We had 2 different styles that we're gonna do. And they've decided to hold off right now until they see what's gonna happen with the economy. Just like I've sold a number of lots, 8 of them.
You've got 8 lots sold.
Yeah, and those are all $350,000 to $400,000 lots. People are still a little concerned on the economy, so, the guy who's doing ours right now, Rob, he has contracted for 2 more, and I think now a 3rd. Another guy's a local guy, he's gonna build his own, he's a builder here in town for years, and he's gonna build his too. So, those homes, they will always go. I think it's, to your point, who wants to be the first one and where?
Well, it's been proven on 2 different subdivisions here in Williamstown, with the same, what you just said. No one wants to be the first one. But if you've got a sizable amount of money sunk in that property out there, somebody has to start somewhere. Now, 2 different subdivisions here in Williamstown, both of them have been very successful. The developer had to build some model homes to get it started. Now, that seemed to have been pretty successful with that.
Which ones are you talking about?
I'm talking about Thoroughbred, and I'm talking about the subdivision that's behind Eduardo's up here. What's the name of that subdivision?
Ridge.
Ridge?
No, I'm sorry, no.
Fieldcrest, thank you,
Fieldcrest.
Fieldcrest. I know them both. Now,
Thoroughbred
with
has taken a long time to get going.
Thoroughbreds took 20 years.
Right.
You know how many houses they built in the last 2 years?
Correct.
Do you know how many
I
they
have no
built?
idea.
Yeah, they built 26.
Okay.
So they've done very well for first-time home folks who wants to build a house. Now, you have presented that. Now, you have one street out there that's blacktopped outside your Davis Point.
Street.
Yes,
We have the street and the main road.
yes, the street and the main road. And, you know, this is all zoned R3, so there's
It's
potentially,
on R4.
okay, you're zoned R4, R3, R4. They both have same similarities. Now, on that street that's blacktopped, you got 22 lots on it. That's what's
Okay.
presented on the plan.
Okay.
Okay. My question is, why haven't you, as a developer who's wanted to sell these lots, there's no signage out there that would present that you have 22 lots? I go in and out of a lot of subdivisions. So it looks like a subdivision that's been vacated. You haven't even mowed the grass.
Yeah, it's mowed.
No, it's not. Unless you mowed it today.
He just bush hogged it last week.
It was not
Okay.
mowed
And
yesterday.
Where we tried to put a sign up, it was taken down.
That's at the beginning of 25.
Okay, well, can I put a sign up and you won't take it down again?
I'm not gonna take it down.
Okay, Hans was fine with it, so I'm just
Well-
trying to figure out. I would love to have signage that would go up out there.
If you drive out there, you don't even have a sign there to drive down that blacktop road. That's my point. But my point also with that is that you presented to us that when we put in water, sewer, electric out there, that potentially just in this one section, you had 86 lots potentially you can develop, plus your 42, I think, is what you had in Davis Point in your gated community area. I think that's what you had.
Yeah.
Now,
You're getting two run together.
I'm not running them together, I'm just
Davis
pointing out,
Parkway
what
came
I'm
along.
trying to tell you is, when we put that together, the money for the utilities, for tap fees, for water, sewer, and electric,
Right.
that generates more money to recover the
I
cost.
totally agree.
So-
And a road too.
Well, you've got a gravel road, yes.
Yeah, I don't have a paved road. I
No,
have a
you
gravel
don't.
road. Right.
You can pave it
So-
when you want.
Well, here's the difference of opinion on that is, and this is, I'm not gonna get into it now,
Mm-mm.
is the fact that, two things happened during this time period. MPG was gonna put their place right next door to my development. As soon as Fisher Homes heard that, we're done. I lost them and Drees.
Fisher and
All the
Drees,
publicity.
If I can, if I.
they're not coming to Grant County, period.
Oh, really? You want me to show you the book of their design?
Excuse
I
me.
have no desire to see it. No.
Kim,
Yes.
excuse me,
Go ahead.
I'd like to take this conversation and get it back on track. So let's talk about Davis Parkway LLC, because I concur with what you're saying,
Okay.
Mr. Crupper.
Thank you.
And I asked Bob this when we spoke, so nothing new. The city spent millions of dollars in infrastructure going down that road. We put in sewer, we put in electric, we put in,
Cable, I think.
what?
Cable, I
Cable
imagine.
and water, right? We did all that expecting a return on our investment.
Correct.
When I asked you about this in our meeting, you said, you showed me exactly how the waste would have to go around and bring up the price of each lot.
Okay.
I asked you, did you not know that when you did the development 4 years ago when you came to the city? And Mr. Murphy was next to you and he said, everybody did. So I am looking at, from the city's standpoint, that all this millions of dollars that have been out there, we have no return on investment. I am reluctant to recommend the change you are requesting.
Okay, now let's back up. When I put in that road, when the city put in their part of the road, sewer, water, and electric, Davis Parkway was not a part of it. It was 2 years later. So don't get confused. I was never marketing it as that. That road was specifically designed for Davis Point, period. And Dave Schneider, who also paid into it. I also paid a lineal footage piece on my property to help support that, which was another $250,000, plus Dave. That other property, Davis Parkway, had nothing to do with this at all.
Okay.
It was not even a part of the package when the city approved the development to bring the road out. It was for Davis Point only.
That being said, concerns me even more,
Okay.
because the fact that we would spend millions of dollars on infrastructure for just Davis Point, and beside, I have no idea why we would do that, but apparently we did. And, you know,
Well, you say millions. I have the bid package. I know how much it was. It's not millions.
the city
It
put
was
in over,
1.3.
the city put over $1 million.
Okay, okay, yeah. I would agree.
And there are those who will say more, but I'll go, I can show you $1.4 million that the city put into it.
Okay,
There is no return on that investment. We've gotten nothing for that.
not yet.
And nor do I see it in the foreseeable future. And I'm not,
Each home-
Bob, I'm
No, I
not,
know. I'm saying, I just got my tax bill.
yeah. I
It's
did too.
$4,500. Each person around me is gonna be over that. Your money that you were getting on that was about $800 for the year for A1 agriculture. That's all that was generated. So once this gets built out, it will do over 200,000 a year. I already know, I know what the property tax, I know what these houses are going at. The last one was 1.7 million. What do you think the tax base is gonna be? It's not gonna happen overnight, unfortunately. These homes are secondary homes, they're not primary residents, so people are just, you know, when they build them, they're ready to go, they're all cash buyers and they're cash builders. The next three are the exact same way. So I would say we'll probably have 6 more done by the end of next year.
From your lips to God's ears, right? Because I have no idea, I have no way of confirming that.
Nor do we.
Right.
I
Look,
have-
I'm just one person. Anyone else wanna?
All that property out there, Davis Parkway and Davis Point's all zoned R4, correct? You
Correct.
went to planning and zoning, you got it all, came to us, we approved it as R4.
Mhm.
Everything that's presented on this plat.
Correct.
Okay. Now, you've already, on the Blacktop Road, down there in Davis Parkway,
Right.
you've already got water and sewer already down around that continued loop, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. That gets back to, I don't understand, you being a developer, that you've got a tremendous amount of money in it, and I can see that. But, you know, even you speak of Dries and Fisher, even Arlinghouse, they all have model homes in their subdivisions, every one of them.
That's what our intentions were. Another company called ClearSight is another one that builds all over here, builds in Triple Crown. He's been out looking at too. Kim, I'm not arguing, I totally agree. A model home would be great. You gotta find somebody who wants to put a model home up. Cause you're the only one out there.
Yeah, if you build, I'm talking to you now, if you was to build a patio home, Bob, out there in your Davis Point,
Mhm.
in a model home in your Davis Parkway, you probably, before the paint got dry, could sell it. You really
At
could.
what price point are you thinking?
I have no clue, that's up to you.
Well, there's the difference.
It's not my
Our
problem.
pri-
It's
Okay.
your
You know what
development.
model home I built? My home. You know how many I've sold off of that? 5.
Okay, you
That's a
sold
good-
5.
yeah, Right.
So if you had a patio home out there,
I'm not building patio homes, I'm not a builder. If I find the right builder, they will do that. And it's all about timing. Right now, everybody's trying to determine what is the right price point. My price point over there are gonna be 400 to 450. out
even
there.
for a patio home.
Correct. The lots you're talking about over there, they're what now? I mean, the houses at Thoroughbred, they're 50 by 100, they're much smaller, and they're, what, 300 now? I don't know what their price point is.
If you had that in your Davis Parkway, I'm talking about not Davis Point, your Davis Parkway.
Davis Parkway would not even be close, our lots are twice that expensive.
Jen, you want to be recognized?
Bob, did you have anything?
No, I was pointing so the mayor could
have
see you with
anything?
your hand raised.
I mean, I'm just the new girl on the block here, and just by what I've heard so far, I mean, he asked 2 years ago, 4 years ago? When was the original time that we zoned all this?
4 years ago.
The first meeting, 4
It
years
was
ago?
22, wasn't it?
You came here in 22, yes.
Yeah.
3 or 4 years, whatever.
It started in 23 in your site preparations, that sounds right.
And in that time, you've only been able to do a handful of homes,
3,
Mhm.
like less than a handful of homes then.
yeah.
So, you think you're gonna be able to sell bigger homes, since you haven't sold the smaller homes? Is what I'm asking, I mean,
Lake homes are a different product than the upper homes. the
they're all not
patio
gonna be
homes.
lake.
There's a significant difference.
But all those lots aren't Lakeview homes.
I just was gonna say that, you know, I think that this should just be tabled for now until, maybe more information.
Is that a motion?
More thought, yeah, I'd like to make that motion, more thought can be given to it. I'd like to make that motion, that this be tabled.
There's a motion to table this discussion of Davis Parkway. Is there a second?
Can I make one other comment? I'm not understanding why this has anything to do with the development of the road.
We have a motion on the table. We have a
Okay.
motion on the table to just table the discussion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Counselor Cropper. Is there any discussion? Now I'll let you.
If we do not go with the bigger, I won't be building here. I own the land outright, I don't have any debt, and if they have to sit, they'll sit, and if people wanna hunt, I guess they can hunt. But it is economically, from Logan to Jim Simpson to every single realtor I talk to, there is no market for those homes on those lots. They're too big. They are not desirable for the people that would be like thoroughbred people. They're not gonna buy those lots.
Are they 100-foot wide lots?
75,
They're 75.
yeah. And a lot of the research we did, to get to what we were doing is the estate seems to be that people like that. They want the room around them and they'll build a nice home on there. You'll get revenue, tax revenue, because these other ones may be out there, 300,000, 325 is the price point.
For an estate home?
Hmm?
For an
The estate
estate?
homes will be over $1 million.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I was confused.
No, they would be considerable.
Is there any further discussion from the council? If not, roll call, please.
Kim Cropper,
Yes.
April Fabella,
Yes.
Bob Perry,
Yes.
and Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Motion passes. Bob, we have tabled the discussion for now.
Okay, when are we gonna?
We would have to let you know. At this point, I don't know.
Okay. Good enough.
Thank you. Okay. Next on the agenda is a motion to go into, I will be looking for a motion to go in executive session pursuant to KRS 61.810, discussion of proposed or pending litigation against or on behalf of public agencies. Is there a motion on the floor?
I shall make that motion, Mayor.
Motion made by Councilor Perry. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Councilor Fabella. Any discussion on the motion? Roll call.
Kim Cropper,
Yes.
April Fabella,
Yes.
Bob Perry,
Yes.
Jenna Smith.
Motion carries. We'll be in executive, and we will let you know when we're at. Okay, motion to go back in session.
I make the motion that we come out of executive session, Mayor.
Made by Counselor Smith, there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Counselor Favela. While we were in the executive session, no votes were taken, no decisions were made. It's roll call, please.
Kim Cropper,
Yes.
April Favela,
Yes.
Bob Perry,
Yes.
Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay, there's nothing else. We do have public forum. Is there anybody from the public who would like to speak regarding anything? Christie, would you like to say
Christie,
something?
Rick,
Um,
anyone? Bueller?
Bueller? Okay, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Mayor.
Made by Counselor Perry, there a second?
Second.
By Counselor Smith, roll call.
Kim Cropper,
Yes.
April Favela,
Yes.
Bob Perry,
Yes.
Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you. Gavel.
We do need a
She's sort of supposed to get in the next couple of months. Since the old
They're talking about
If I get a-
Road.
if I get a hostage, so I'm gonna buy myself a gavel. Like a present.
But I can tell you one thing, I would have been on.
Christian.
Thank you.
Check in.